it breaks my heart when I hear quite a number of times young Zimbabweans who've been in the diaspora for education, coming back, dealing with mental problems, mental health issues, depression. I'm aware of a number of young people, talented, so much promise, so much potential, who have committed suicide. What's your sense of that? Do your generation, do the people, the circles that you walk around, do you talk about that, and what's your thinking?
Yes, I'm very grateful for it, because even, especially in the arts community, it's so spoken about. Like, people encourage therapy, people encourage talking and communicating, and people are so free and open to sharing their mental health problems and their struggles. And that's another gift that's come from studying abroad, because there for a longer period of time that has been in conversation, and we as Zimbabweans are starting to talk about it a lot more, which is so positive, because I think the devil thrives on the silence. He wants you to feel like you can't speak to anybody about this. He wants you to feel ashamed about what you're speaking about, and he wants you to feel like because of what you've been through or what you've done, that's the definition of who you are. But he seeks to do that because he wants you to find your identity in your actions, or your identity in your circumstances. But that's why God says, find the identity in me, because I have the strength for you and the love for you and the capacity for you. And that loneliness, especially because as Zimbabweans and with our generation, a lot of us, I feel like we watch the other people. We watch people in these countries that we go study in. We watch them know that no matter what, even if this field may not work out for them, this country is going to take care of them. They can build a life here. They can have a job here. They can start a family here. And we were not handed that nation. And that's the reality of the situation. So some people look at me too and they say, oh, you're running away. Why are you studying in all of these places? You don't love Zimbabwe. And that's not the case. It's the fact that for what I want to do, the opportunities weren't present for me here. Does that mean I'm not going to turn around and bring them back to Zimbabwe? Of course not. I have all of this experience and all of this training. That's why I just want to share it so much. But it's so hard when your country can't facilitate that for you. It can't guarantee you any source of security, both financially as well as prospects or, nature and like that nurture that's in there.
Fully get you.
It's lacking, and I feel like that's a big struggle for our generation, is feeling like, all right, I'm not able to do what I need to do here, and then when I leave, I'm not fully accepted because I'm a foreigner, and there's that xenophobic energy in it. So it's like, what do you want us to do with that? And it feels like we've just been handed this in silence. It felt like the nation was passed on and we weren't given any support in how to take care of ourselves and navigating that, and to feel like we were trying our best. I think we just want a bit of, I don't know, we don't want a pat on the back. We just want some gratitude too from the generations above to acknowledge the circumstances that we're in.
But you're not feeling it.
Yeah, I don't think we always do. I think a lot of the time I am told, you're running away and you're leaving, and like, why aren't you here? And that sort of thing. And I think just a common understanding to be like, let's not pretend we're dealing with the same Zimbabwe that was handed to our parents. Because we're not. It's different. And I think let's also acknowledge what the rest of the world does have to offer us too. Let that be in conversation, and let that be allowed to be spoken about, and let people be able to say, I'm struggling and I'm sad and this is hard, or I'm depressed, or I have anxiety. That shouldn't be something we shun or we shame people for. We should be so grateful that they felt safe enough to speak to us about what they're struggling with, rather than...
I feel some pain there.
Yeah, I think it's because I've watched it happen to friends and people that I love. I think exactly like what you said, I've been fortunate in the family I was brought up in the fact that I have a relationship with Christ that I do. Like, those are all benefits. But I've watched so many people, and I watch, and it's happening now. I just got off the phone with a friend a couple of days ago, and she's feeling all that pressure, and she's feeling like she's going through a depressive episode. And it's like, I feel like as kids, now we're adults, but I feel like since we've been kids growing into young adults, we've had to take care of each other a lot. We've had to carry each other a lot. And it's not that we don't know things. We do, and we have insight. But I feel like there's just been a lot of things that we've had to deal with and help each other through that, in fairness, we were not prepared for.
Wow.